YouTube, what is up? Welcome to the video. It's wet, it's raining, it's October. You know what time it is. It's winter time, baby. Winter art time. The winter build, that's what this new series is gonna be called. Essentially these next couple months, just continuing what we're doing. Working hard, building, as always, getting stronger, getting faster, getting more explosive, just getting better as a person. Yeah, so new series here, but perfect day to kick it off. It's the start of October, and it's raining. The weather's changing, but it's time to lock in. Oh, we've been locked in. We stayed locked in. So this will be the new series. Let's get into it. Let's get this day started. In the kitchen, I realize I never really show like what I actually put into it. I just always show the final product. So I'll try to show all my foods. I don't know if there's any hacks. I'm not much of a chef. It's pretty basic, but you know, there's some good stuff. Maybe help you out, throw some ideas in there. So right here, we got the usual 5 eggs, and then I just go spinach, green pepper, onion, and then 4 ounces of turkey. I always use a boar's head turkey right here. So this is the maple honey turkey, and it's fantastic. It's got that maple glaze on it. It tastes so good. I throw 4 ounces turkey in there, the 5 eggs, and then some sort of like cheddar cheese. I'll throw like half a serving in this, maybe. Usually it's like a pinch. It's like less than half a serving. You know, I've kind of like weaned down on the cheese. I just go less and less and less. But I still want a little bit of cheese in there because it's definitely good. And then I always have 2 pieces of sourdough bread cooking up. And then I'll throw a little bit of Kerrygold butter on there. The sourdough bread I buy, I don't know, I just get it from Kroger. Gold Miner Bakery. It's really good though. I'll go 2 pieces of those. And then I'll have some supplements in the morning. So really all I have is multivitamin, and then creatine H&B, and I'll do some electrolytes just because I just woke up. Throw it in here. This has like a peach mango and a watermelon flavor, so it's actually kind of interesting, pretty good. But this is breakfast. Whip it up, I'll show you what it looks like. And there's the final product. Man, I can't wait to eat this every morning. I love this breakfast, but I realize I haven't shown this in a little bit because I think in my first like 10 videos, I would just show my breakfast and talk about how much I loved it. But I know I haven't shown in a little bit, but I love it just as I always have. So there's my breakfast right there. Nothing, it takes like 10 minutes to make. It's awesome. Obviously eggs, super easy to make. I like whole eggs. I've always eaten like 5 whole eggs. I don't really have any egg whites. I had egg whites a lot when I was in high school and haven't had them since. Didn't really like them, but I love eggs. So eat your eggs, kids. Eggs are good for you. And then find ways, I mean, I like doing the scramble, throwing a bunch of stuff in there because then you get some vegetables in there. You get 4 ounces of turkey. So like right here with the 5 eggs and the 4 ounces of turkey, usually this meal's like 800 to 850, around 850 calories, like depending on how big the pieces of bread are. Oh, I actually forgot to put cheese in it. Oh man, I just realized that. Huh, so it's gonna be like 800 calories today, never mind. Wow, I forgot the cheese. But anyways, you got the turkey, which 4 ounces of that turkey is like 30 grams of protein. And then you got the 5 eggs, which is another 30 grams. So you got like 60 there, plus the bread's got a little bit. So this is like 70 grams of protein. So starting your day off with a high protein meal just starts you off on the right foot because, you know, you don't have to like, I'm 200 pounds, I have 130 left for the rest of the day. I already knocked a third out with one meal. Not that protein's hard for me to get because I love meats, but it does help a lot when you have a high protein breakfast. And this will fill me up for hours. Like I'll go do some work, some brain work, because I know a lot of you probably don't think I do much brain work, which I don't, but I do have to make a living a little bit. So I'll go make some workout programs and stuff, but this definitely fuels it and I feel good, nice and full, and it fuels me. If I do my first workout, usually I'll work out for a little later, like mid-morning, and then I'll do a second workout like in the afternoon. It's kind of the way I like to do it. I've never been an early morning workout guy. I kind of like easing into the day, even though I'll wake up at like before 6, but I kind of like taking my time, doing my first workout like after 9, usually around like 10-ish. So yeah, eat this. But yeah, get a high protein breakfast. A couple hours later, about 10 to the gym, we got pre-workout meal. This has been a recent staple. Greek yogurt. So I like the Oikos Pro. I think it's the best one. Macros are great, 160 calories, 23 grams of protein per serving. So I do like a serving and a half, a little over that. But it's hard to find. And it's like 2%, which I like a little better than the fat-free one. A little creamier. And then I always throw a Nature Valley bar, just break it up, the peanut butter flavored one, and then some honey in it. Mix it up and it's delicious. It's like 50 grams of protein, like 550 calories. Also, because it is a chest day, I can have some nitric oxide. Increase the pump. But this is meal number 2. All right, just got to the gym. Like I said, push day today. So starting with my heavy bench press. Goal this week, go up in weight a little bit. So last 2 weeks kind of been building volume in that 5 to 8 range. Today I'll get into some triples. So I'll go 2 sets 6, 2 sets 5, 2 sets of 3. And as I'm going down in reps, going up in weight. And then incline bench, dips, cable flies. I like doing a lot of volume, as you guys know. Maybe it's more than I should do, but keep training fun. You should enjoy your training. I like doing a little more, so I do 4 of those, and then some lateral raises, and then finish with some triceps. Should be a dense, good session. And then shout out to Brady S to see kind of the logbook, and I noticed I haven't actually shown this. So as you know, I like logging all my workouts. Really all I do for the setup, I'll just put the date in the top, my session, so push day, my second session, later day conditioning. MP just means movement prep, what I do for the warm up. I'll put that, and then my exercises, and I'll kind of put the weights I hit last week, but I also will just flip back to the week prior in here and kind of look at what I did last week. So this is last week. All right, I got that, barely got that last rep. This is kind of what it looks like when it's done. All right, I did incline bench 110, I got 9.9 or 9.887, essentially going to failure, 0 reps in reserve failure. So go with that, and the way I like to use it is kind of, obviously track your workouts. I'm a big pen and paper guy, but it kind of allows you to use that, obviously progressively overload this week as you get into them. But got this book. This started this year, so I filled a book up in the first 6 months. So again, just putting all the workouts in. It's really nice to write stuff out. You can think a little bit more, but just a super simple concept. So write the date, put the workouts there. So like I did 2 sessions today, so my sprint, I kind of put it up there, and then this is my lift, and then I kind of just write down the weights, everything I hit for that session, and yeah, makes it easy to track. You can also use an app, but again, big pen and paper guy, so it really helps a lot. So yeah, if you're interested in that, get yourself a notebook, start writing your workouts down. Helps a lot. So starting off with bench, like I said, going down in reps, up in weight. So 6, 6, 5, 5, 3. Actually ended up last set failing, only getting 2, but weight's feeling good. I think my bench is getting back up there slowly. So what I've been trying to do is build up the volumes. This is like my 3rd week on this current rep scheme. So I was doing like 8 6s and 5s week 1. Week 2, I was doing 8 6s and 5s again, but dropping a set of 8 and doing an extra set of 5. And now I'm in that 3 to 6 range. So just slowly bringing down the reps, going up in weight as I'm going. Felt pretty good. Definitely the fatigue started to set in towards the end. And I have a tendency to do that, especially with my bench. Like my bench and squat are kind of opposite. It's kind of funny. Like I typically will do, like I'll go down in reps and up in weight. But obviously when you do that, when you get to your top set, you're already pretty fatigued from the higher volume sets. Typically I actually like doing that in a squat. I feel like it prepares me a lot better. Whenever I go and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do my top set, my heaviest set first, I just never can get it because I need to warm up. Whereas on squat, I could do 6s, 5s, 4s, and then I get to that heavy, like double and triple, and actually hit the weight. Whereas bench is kind of the opposite, is I should do my heavy set first because my chest will just get so fatigued towards the end. That's kind of what happened. As my last 2 sets, I did like 325. I got 3 for the first one. The second one, I had a spotter. Failed on the 3rd, but they're all right reps. I'm not too mad with that. The fatigue definitely set in, and it's been feeling good the last couple of weeks, so can't get mad at that. And that's something I've kind of changed in my training. It's like I used to get, when I was younger, I would miss a rep or I'd fail a rep and I'd get so frustrated. And now it's like, well, if you fail a rep, like you literally went as hard as you can. Like there's nothing you can do about it. You left everything on the table. So some days you just have it, some days you don't. Just train hard and push yourself. You can't be mad at yourself if you put the work in. So that's kind of how I reframe it now, where it's like, oh man, I missed that rep, but you literally failed. Someone had to pull the bar off you. So it's not like you missed it because you weren't trying. So that's a big thing I've tried to embrace more, because man, when I was in high school and college, I'd miss a rep and it'd be like the end of the world. But it's funny how you evolve. So did that, and then just did 4 sets in the incline bench in that like 6 to 8 range. I like going flat into a incline. Feels good. And then dips. I kind of do a lot of pressing on this day. Again, I like this kind of more of a chest tricep. I do some lateral delts. I was doing some seated presses and shoulder presses, but I just didn't really know how to organize in this day because I really want to emphasize my bench, my incline. So I was doing my seated presses after the incline, and I was so fried by then. Like I wasn't feeling like I was getting much out of it. And I have a shoulder and arm day at the end of the week. So I'm like, all right, that's when I'll get most of my like front delt and overhead pressing in, because I'm still hitting like 6 sets of rear delts. So I'm still getting shoulder volume in this day. And then obviously I'm doing rear delts on my pull day and then hitting them both on that shoulder. So it's really just the front delts and the overhead pressing. So that's kind of why I structure it with kind of a lot of chest volume. Maybe it's a little more volume than I should be doing. It's just one of those days, man. I mean, chest, it's like you got a good chest pump, you just want to keep it going. So a lot of pressing, you get the dips, and then I just can't not do a chest or an upper body day, not do some flies, because these are awesome. A smooth cable fly, you can't beat it. The squeeze you can get, the stretch, it's such a good movement. So that day I did high to low. Some days I'll do like a mid height where I'll keep my chest more upright. I actually need to try with a bench in there because that would be a great variation as well. But cable flies are awesome. And then this was what I did for shoulders, just 6 sets. Essentially it's going in that 10 to 15 range, so like failure with lateral raises. Did a little camera in the mirror action, haven't done this. But yeah, lateral delts, just trying to hit them more. And that's something I've done in my own training. Like obviously I was playing rugby for a long time and playing sports. So obviously with the training, a lot of practices and games and stuff, I was really emphasizing, my speed, power, strength, and not doing a lot of accessory work. So now I'm not playing a sport and I'm more, I'm lifting a lot more. I have different goals. Speed, power, strength are obviously still the goal, but because I have more time, I do a lot more accessory work. So started doing a lot more side delt because I neglected those for years, and biceps and triceps, and just lifting more and having more of a hypertrophy focus, especially with the upper body. It's been awesome because I don't have to worry about being too fatigued for like a practice or a game. So I can just overload the heck out of it. So honestly, my side delts, I didn't really start properly training probably until like almost less than a year ago. So I'm glad I started throwing in those because it's a great movement. And then as far as the triceps, like easy bar, I showed every time. I love this movement. Easy bar skull crusher, line extension, technically going behind the head if you have that mobility in your shoulder, gets such a deep stretch in your triceps. And then I'm really trying to stop it, keep it right above my forehead the whole time instead of bringing it above my chest to kind of keep that constant tension. But it's a great movement. Again, if it feels good in your forearms, really warm it up. I actually didn't warm up in that first set. My elbow felt like it was going to pop, and that was kind of a dumb move, but don't do that. Anyways, finished that and then got into the rope pushdown. So this was the last movement, just finished with just some pushdowns. So I've been doing like a straight bar pushdown the other day. I actually prefer the straight bar. I love it, but that's kind of the main tricep movement I'll do on my shoulder and arm day. So this being the secondary one, I'll use the rope. So another great movement. I just feel with a straight bar, I just get such a big squeeze at the bottom, and obviously use a little more weight. But that's kind of the full chest and tricep day with some side delt in there. Great day. Again, a lot of volume, but hey, you got to keep your training fun. Back from the gym. Meal number 3 here. I actually stopped at Whole Foods. I did not make this. Did the 90-second bagged Uncle Ben's rice. Got some salmon and then some Brussels sprouts. It's like 70 grams protein, 900 calories. But I'll go to Whole Foods here and there. Try to go less because it's pretty expensive. But the salmon there is slamming. And when I'm in a rush and I just want something already cooked, the salmon's already made. Bagged rice takes 90 seconds. Super easy, especially in the middle of the day when you're in between stuff. But good meal here. I freaking love salmon. I just realized I haven't had it in like a week or so. So I'm excited for this meal. But meal number 3. All right, back at the gym. Just getting some conditioning in on the bike here. Just going 45 minutes. Nice easy pace. Heart rate right there, something like 140s. Again, trying to implement more of these, just more aerobic conditioning. I'm gonna go over my full split because I'm trying to bring the high intensity conditioning down. Really emphasize hypertrophy and strength right now, but these aerobic sessions is kind of fun. Not too hard, but really get a good, build that aerobic engine. So yeah, throwing them on the bike a little more. Get a good sweat going, get some cardio in. You can't beat it, gotta stay healthy. All right, back from the gym, making dinner now. So I'm making these buffalo chicken wraps. So it's actually first time doing it, but I was at Aldi. I found these protein Wraps, good macros, 120 calories, 3 grams fat, 12 grams protein per serving. And then I'm air frying some chicken thighs in there. And then I'm gonna throw just some pickles, 0 calories, cheat code. Some lettuce in there. And then this Primal Kitchen buffalo sauce is freaking outstanding. So I'm gonna throw that in there. And also got a little side salad, a little bit of dressing on it. But see how these turn out. I've been making these like buffalo chicken sandwiches where it's just grilled chicken or air fried chicken and then just throw buffalo sauce on it. I don't really marinate. I know you should probably marinate it. Probably taste a little better. I just toss it on top. Still tastes fine. So we'll try it in a wrap form. Generally anything I throw in a wrap tastes pretty good. So excited for these. But 24 grams protein. Not that I really need extra protein. I don't really have a challenge. Ooh, a lot of fiber. But good macros on it. So we'll see how this turns out. Final product here. Oh, these look good. I'm excited to dig in. A little buffalo sauce, the chicken, like 75 grams protein in this, and then a little side salad. Yeah, it puts me like 2,900 calories for the day. A lot of protein, 266 grams of protein. Don't have trouble getting that, but about 266 grams carbs. Probably eat more carbs, but that's where I've been sitting at, like sub 3,000 calories. I'm slightly cutting. I know I just did my DEXA scan. I'm doing a minor cut for like 4 weeks. I'm trying to lose like 2 more pounds, try to get sub 8%. Yeah, it's going pretty well. So we'll see over the next couple of weeks. Just very slight. Like I'm not trying to do anything crazy. Like maybe a half a pound a week for 4 weeks. But yeah. Puts me about 2,900 calories. I might have a banana to finish the day, but we'll see. But I'm excited to dig into these. It's banging. It's banging. Got the whiteboard out to go over my new training split. And kind of what I'm thinking. So, called the winter arc split. But essentially I kind of already started it like 2 weeks ago, mid-September. Take me through December. But essentially the biggest thing I wanted to kind of emphasize right here. So these are the qualities I want to emphasize: strength, hypertrophy, power, speed, conditioning. But usually my splits, they're all emphasized. And that's kind of been the problem, is I'm trying to get better at everything. And I kind of had this realization the other day when I was running these tempo runs, because I kept just adding reps. I keep adding reps. I was like, why am I adding reps? Like, because when would I stop? Like, do I go to 100, you know? So I was like, conditioning right now, it's like, the only reason I was still conditioning so much was like, from playing rugby, I was so used to doing it. It was just a part of my routine. But I was like, I'm not playing a sport right now, so this high intensity conditioning, it's great to do, and I'm still going to do it. But the volumes that I'm doing it at, it's probably, having a negative impact on my speed and power and the stuff I care more about, my lifting. So that's kind of where I kind of started thinking, okay, I need to kind of break it down. So that's why I got in this order. This first block, my main focus, hypertrophy. Well, I still have like 3 main focuses by hypertrophy, strength, power, but I would say hypertrophy and strength are the 2 biggest. Power and speed, and then conditioning I'm just going to try to maintain. And then the next block I'll emphasize more strength as the weights get a little heavier. So this will be like 4 or 5 weeks. But essentially just bringing the conditioning down a little bit, and we'll go like the day split is what I'm thinking. So Monday, I do my sprints, do my speed work, and then my lower body as my second session. Today, as you saw, I did the push session and the aerobic conditioning. So that's where it's changed. I used to do tempo runs there. Took it out for aerobic conditioning, more low intensity conditioning. Still want to get conditioning in because I still like doing 2 sessions a day, but a little lower intensity than those tempo runs that aren't going to beat me up as fatiguing. And then tomorrow, Wednesday, will be a pull day. And then my second session, I'll go in and hit some abs. So I figured I was trying to think of a second session, and I kind of like the idea of just doing abs on their own. Because usually I'll sprinkle them in throughout, but I like doing like a full ab workout sometimes where it's like 3 movements, like 30 minutes. So I was thinking that, and then some recovery. And then Thursday we're back at it with sprints and lower body. And I always do my sprints and lower body in the same day. Those are the dense training days. Those are like 3+ hours of training, but I'll split them up. I'll do sprints earlier in the day. And obviously with sprint training, a lot different than conditioning. Sprint training, you're running as fast as possible and you're resting. It's almost like lifting. Like if you're doing a heavy set of squats, you do a set and you rest and then you do a set. Same with sprinting. So it's all about max intensity. So those actually prime me for the lower body session later. And there's really no other good day I could fit it. I've played around with it, but I've always done them on that day. And
they don't seem to infringe at all on my strength training. And they feel good, and I love sprinting. So always gonna have 2 sprint days no matter what. You know, gotta maintain speed, power, my 2 lower body days. So first 3 days, essentially legs, push, pull, kind of more strength focused. Lower body, I'll do my heavy squat that day, push my heavy bench, pull my heavy pull up, and then obviously we come day 4, do like my cleans, and then probably early on more like hypertrophy, like higher volume leg stuff. And then Saturday, oh no, that's Friday, sorry. Friday, chest and back, and then again, aerobic conditioning. I like doing the push-pull and then a chest, back, shoulders, arms instead of 2 push-pull. I did 2 push-pull, didn't like it as much, and then I was doing chest and back and shoulders and arms, which I really liked. But 2 of it was kind of too much, so this is like the best of both worlds for me personally, because I get a push and a pull day where I just have one exercise after the other, can really focus on one specific area, and then have a chest and back day, which I always like doing. Which I've changed up a little bit where I'm not super set as much, I'm doing one at a time, and then I like having a nice shoulders and arms day. Feel like I can get everything in, and then have different emphasis on different days, and then that Saturday, shoulders and arms, and then that's when I'll do the tempo runs. So I'll stick those at the end of the week, so they don't infringe anything else, because then Sunday will be a rest day, and also do probably some extra abs on that day if I don't get them out throughout the week before I hit the sauna. But essentially these tempo runs, not that they're super fatiguing, it's just the volumes have been higher. So making sure I get time in between before that, because my main Mondays and Thursdays, big days with the sprints in the lower body, and then obviously still the upper body training is super important, but we'll play around with it. I mean, it's not set in stone. I mean, the lifting part will be set in stone, the sprints and stuff, maybe the aerobic conditioning, maybe I do something else because it's so hard not to go out there and run that much, but I think it is, for the time being, very smart, you know, to take a little bit of that tempo run volume out, maybe lower intensity conditioning that's not going to be as fatiguing, especially keep the legs, because the legs have been feeling way better. You know, not dead 24/7 because they're getting a little rest in between. But that's kind of the weekly split. And then I guess kind of my goals, my physique goals. So I did a body fat scan. I like 197 that morning, so I was 199 when I did it, and I was like 8.9% body fat. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try to cut like 2 more pounds, because I think that would get me sub 8%, like 7.9. Don't even know why I'm doing it. I'm already happy with it, but I was like, you know, try to get below 8%. So doing a slight cut these last couple weeks, last 2 weeks, literally like maybe half a pound a week. I'm just gonna do it through the month of October, and then November, December, just maintain body weight. And then my performance goals, I'm trying to get my strength back up. So my all-time best squat's 545, my all-time best bench is 405, my all-time best clean is 345, but that was also when I was probably like 212, so 15 pounds heavier when I was a senior in college. My goal is to get close to that. So estimated right now, my squat is probably around a little over 500. My bench is probably a little 370. My clean is probably like 310. So I want to get back to those numbers. So maybe at least like by the end of December, I want to be back to squatting at least like ideally 330, benching at least 385, clean at least 330, or sorry, squatting 530. But we'll see. And then other performance goals, I obviously have that speed tracker now, so let's try to hit 22 miles per hour sprint would be cool. I'm going to do a jumping metric just to make sure I'm staying explosive, like a triple jump. And then obviously my 1 rep maxes, and then just maintain my conditioning. Conditioning is not like something I like. I'm not an endurance athlete. I love doing conditioning and it's important for you, but I was kind of figuring out, I was like, why am I doing all this conditioning? I know I just talked about it, but it's like, I kind of, that realization, it's like I'm just training the way I've always done, but I was training that way because I was playing a sport. So not to say I'm ever going to stop doing conditioning, because tempo runs are awesome and I love doing that stuff, but just scaling back the volume of it so I can focus on the things that I really care about, which is my lifting and all that right now. So that's kind of in. There's recovery, making sure I'm sleeping enough, eating 220 grams of protein, eating 4 meals. But yeah, that's kind of the game plan these next couple months. I like the new split. I'll stick with this while. Usually I get new splits, stick with it. But it's been fun playing around with stuff. But this is the new WinRx split. I'll wrap the video up here. Appreciate everyone watching. Love it. Love the growth. Growth's been sweet. Love the feedback. This is awesome. Hey, it's the best time of the year. 3 months left till the end of the year. You can do some big stuff in 3 months. Like, that is plenty of time. Don't get to the end of December or January and like, damn, I wish I started October 1st. I would be so much farther along, because you can make some huge strides in anything, but Obviously, I'm more workout focused, but especially in lifting, you get stronger in 3 months. You get bigger. You can do whatever you need to, more fit. So really try to lock in. It's a perfect time. It's cold. It's dark. There's not much else to do. Either maybe you're in school, you're working, so summer's over with. Embrace it. Get after it. Enjoy your training. I talk about it all the time. This is my favorite time to train. I love just that feeling of cold and dark, lifting. I don't know. It's different. I mean, if you've experienced it, you know what I'm talking about. But it's a great feeling. So, yeah, enjoy this time. Really get after it. 3 months. That is a lot of time. I have a lot of time. If you're new to lifting, that'll set you up. Maybe if you're taking a little break, heck, get back into it. Slowly ease your way into it. You have to do a million things at once. Start with one step. Maybe that's training 3 times a week, and then you add in a couple weeks 4, and then 5. Just make small little steps. They'll become habit changes. But yeah, let's get after it. If you're interested in any programs, got them in the link description. Appreciate the support as always. Signing out. I'll see you in the next one.